Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M12, the Tier 7 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Cliff and it's under the command of Nostelit. Now it's a 155mm gun of French design based on an M3 hull, and battle's about to start. Okay. Well, it appears that Nostelit is actually not moving away from the spawn point at all. He's gone straight into the aim for his first shot. Reload time 23.9 seconds. Now the alpha damage from this gun is 700, penetrating 39mm of armour. And he's aiming directly for that corner where you'd expect at least one enemy tank to turn up to do some spotting along the western pass. And here's his first customer. It's a tier 8 game. He's tier 7 Arty, and he's just winged that T71. He goes down, so he picks up all the rest as stun assist. Going up the hill towards the centre line, towards the lighthouse. He's got a few enemy heavies there. King Tiger, T29, and a Panther 2. And he's still in reload. Decided to go for the King Tiger captured. Almost fully dialed in. He's ready to go. Rounds out. Direct hit. 235 landed on the engine base. So that's bound to have done some damage to him. Serious damage. Got a Type 62 right near the centre line. He's trying to poke his way around the corner and shoot at our guys. Rounds out. Well, it was a splash, but the Type 62 went down because he was hit immediately afterwards by a round from an M40 M43, which is down in the western pass at the north end. It is a bit dangerous what Nostelit's doing, you know, being out in the open. You'd normally seek to find some cover, somewhere to hide, just in case the enemy gets too close. He fires at the King Tiger captured and gets another direct hit on him. He's down to 31% of his health. But he's still at least a 2-shot. Oh no, maybe he could take him out with the next round. He just took some damage and he's gone. The kill goes to the EBR Now we switch targets. We're going to go for that T29, but we're readjusting the aim and, well, he's got a red line there. So I think there's obstruction in the way. Yes, it's those rocks near the centre line. They're getting in the way of the shell. He's just trying to work out what the T29 is doing so he can anticipate and know where to aim. When he fires at the T29, it lands in front and only stuns him. Yep. Half the job in playing Arty is working out what the enemy is trying to do. If you know what the enemy's up to, you can anticipate and pre-aim at a spot where you expect them to be and then get a direct hit on them. Now we've got a T54 Mod 1, the first prototype. Sitting further down the hill, rounds out, direct hit. We don't know how much damage he did, but he was unspotted at the time of the hit. Gone back down to the western pass. There's a turtle down there and a T29. We've lost sight of them. Instead, he's decided to go back to that T29, who's badly damaged. He is... Oh, he was a one-shot and now he's dead. T54 Mod 1's moved up and he could be about to come around that corner. If he does, then Nostelit might get seen because he is in a bit of an open position. Turtle's been spotted. Dialing in. Well, it went to one side. It wasn't fully dialed in when he fired. Now the enemy does have a tank right up on top of the hill, T71 CMCD, and he's just been killed. So the good news is now that he won't be able to spot Nostelit. It's still a bit of a concern. Now he's changed his target. That turtle's moved up and just killed our Scorpion G. Unfortunately, he's behind that house. Fires a snapshot in, and he gets a hit. He's lucky. Very lucky. It wasn't a fully dialed in reticule when he fired. It could have gone easily to one side. Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out the turtle. Direct hit. In the meantime, we're seeing a bit of a ding-dong battle going in that western pass. And unfortunately, the guy who's defending the lower plateau has been killed. But we do now have another target, a lurver, who's sitting on that corner. Oh, we were almost fully dialed in and loaded, but he switched targets again to a target which he can't hit, the T29. That was a bit of a silly move. Sometimes it's worth taking a shot at a target you know is there, because he won't be able to move very far, rather than switching quickly to another target which is obscured. T54 mod 1 goes down. That's good news. T71 might be able to spot the turtle and the T29. He's found a scorpion right in the nest up in grid square K5. And that's a nice little hit for 226. Our Type 59's going up there to deal with him. And the enemy Arty's been spotted. Or one of them. I think he was spotted by the Type 59. He's on the move. Trying to get away. We're not loaded yet. And again, he's abandoned a certain target, which he could have gone for a target that's, well, coming up onto the plateau. He fires around at the T29, gets a good hit, 250. He could have taken out that Lorraine 15551, and that guy is still spotted by the T71. And now the other Arty's come into view. As you know, Arty's priority target, because we know how much damage an Arty can do. So ideally you need to take the Arty's out as soon as you spot them. And it hits the rock face and splashes him only for 115. He did have that red line on the rocks. And the T71's been killed by the lurver. Now we've lost our valuable spotter. We're going to lose sight of the lurver any second. And again he switches targets after he knows where the target is for something else. Now the lurver has gone behind that rock. He can't hit him now. We know where the S51 is. He's in that spot. There he is. But he's not firing. Oh, he has now, but I don't think that's where the S51 is. So that may have been a wasted shot. He's only got 7 shots left. Now, EBR Hotchkiss is doing spam the map with pings. Probably because he's upset that he's out of the game. Decided to stay around and try and give advice to others. Well, yes, I think your advice is not really wanted, because after all, your advice actually led to your early death. I think the best thing you can do is ping off somewhere. And now they've lost sight of all the targets. Now we saw that wreck being moved, so presumably something was pushing it. The lurver's going up. Oh, we just lost the Tiger 1. Fire at the lurver. Only splash him for 97. You have to take into account the fact that it's over 2.3 seconds. 2.3 seconds flight time for the shell. And that means you have to lead the target with enough distance so that the shell can hit the target smack on. I think he left that one a little late, and that's why it only landed behind him. And the lurver's pulled back into cover. Yes, he was the one who was pushing the wreck around. Rounds out. Direct hit. He was fully dialed in, so it did work. He's persuading that lurver to leave his cover, and that's giving the AT7 a chance to shoot him. It's the T44 who's spotting him at the moment. Yeah, you can see the rounds from the AT7 are going in. And he just got hit by the T-44 and set on fire and burned. But there's still that Borsig out there, a Turtle 1 and the S-51 on the enemy team. And there's two of them. And oh dear, the Borsig is very full. It's got a lot of health. So is the Turtle 1, really. Aiming for the Borsig. Anticipating his movement. Rounds out. Direct hit. The shell must have impacted right onto the vehicle because there was no explosion at all. But we've now got no sight of the enemy in this position. The M40, M43 is just in front of us. And Nostelit decided that he's going to... is he going to go into cover? Or is he going to take an ambush position? Well, rather than driving straight in, he's actually backing up through the bushes. I think it's actually sometimes wiser to actually drive in front end first and then turn round afterwards, because you do move a lot quicker in the forward gear than you do in the reverse. And he's also trying to get some cover from those trees, from the bushes. He's going to stay in the bushes so he can spot them. The M40, M43 has decided to go halfway up the ramp. There's the Turtle. He's being, well, he was temporarily being spotted by the AT-7, but he's been killed. So it's now very much looking as if they're going to lose this one. It's 3 against 2. The best thing they can do is for Nostelit to spot whilst the M40, M43 shoots at the enemy from above them on the rise. But it's going to be a while before the enemy gets to the cap area. Oh, the M40 just fired. He's abandoned his position. Not sure that's wise, because I think the enemy is going to be fairly close by now. Yep, that's what I thought. Yep, he abandoned the position and he's fired his gun in the air, accepted he's going to die. And it's a bit of a waste, really. If he'd stayed in the ambush position, he might have got a couple of shots at the enemy before they finally got him. But as it was, yeah, he got caught in the open. The M40, M43, well, he's gone around the other side of the hill. And the enemy's going to start capping now. All three vehicles on the enemy team are very slow to move, so I suspect what the M40, M43 is going to try and do is just fire into the cap blindly and see if he can get a reset. Yep, that's what he's doing. And he did get a reset. The reload on the M40, M43 is approximately 34 seconds, so it's going to be a little while before he can shoot again. Almost ready. I doubt if one of the enemies is going to come looking for him. If they do, though, it'll be a bit of a surprise. He's going to have another go. Well, that's the last minute. If he can get a reset, then it would be a draw. Because they won't have enough time to cap out unless both of them go into the cap. No, he didn't get a reset. And I'm not sure if he's got enough time for another reload to get another reset. And the further he moves away from the cap, the longer the flight time of the shell, which means more likelihood that he's not going to be able to get a reset. You need to stay fairly close. And oh, here comes the Turtle. Yeah, so somebody did try and come after him. Gets into the dip. That's it. But they are going to cap out now. Here comes the turtle. Yeah. He's not going to get his kill though. Too late. Yes, game's over. Lost. Oh dear. Probably would have been better actually to stay in that ambush position, and then the M40, M43 would have been able to get some nice little shots on the enemy when they got into the cap area. Okay, well, it was an ace tanker for Nostelit in the M12. He did manage to get quite some nice shots on the enemy. In fact, actually did manage to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 21, and he also got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. In fact, he didn't get a single kill in that game, but he certainly hit a lot of them. Now, when it comes to damage, he did get the highest damage on his team, but not the highest damage overall. That went to the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger. He got 3,403 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was Nostelit with the 2,789 hit points, and after that it was T29 with 1,904. When it came to kills, it was the Turtle 1 who managed to get it. 6 kills, he got a top gun. And yes, after that it was the M40, M43, T71 and the S51 all got 3 kills apiece. And Nostelit, no kills at all I'm afraid. But when it came to base XP, yes, he's a little way down on the enemy, but he did get the highest on his team. The high scorer was the Turtle with 1,072. After that, the Borsig with 899, and then the Scorpion with 810. Nostelit managed to get 766, which puts him 4th when it comes to base XP, so it shows the effort he did put into the game. Just a pity he didn't stay in those bushes. I think he probably would have ended up with a much higher score by spotting for the M40, M43 as he was blasting those rounds in to damage the enemy tanks coming into the cap area. So, let's have a look at detail. 18 shots fired, 8 direct hits, 0 penetrations, 18 splash, damage of 2,789 hit points, of which 2,789 were at more than 300 meters. He received 2 hits from the enemy, both were penetrations, and damaged 10 of the enemy, kills 0, and did 2,257 hit points of stun assist off 18 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 34,728 credits and got 3,485 credits for the Achievements Award. That's for getting an epic medal in a losing or drawn game. So his total, 57,320 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he took away 33,328 credits. He received 766 XP, 428 for the achievements, took away 1,791 altogether. Again, what replay's not telling us the full story. There must have been something in between, because these two figures together do not equal that figure. So we do recommend people not to use what replays, because if you do, you won't get the full details of your win. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, hit that notification button, and thank you for watching.